Hello, everybody. My name is Mark Seaman, and 1 week from Halloween, you'll all be scared. But today I have a story to tell you, a scary story, so be prepared. Once upon a time, there was a teenage girl. She was a single daughter of 2 parents and only had a dog to keep her company. Very lonely. One day on Halloween, she came home from school, and her parents said they would be out meeting friends for the night. Of course, she was used to spending Halloween by herself, but today she was not fathomed. She spoke to her parents saying, "When would you be back? I can't be alone here all night. It's Halloween." Parents simply reassured her and said, "Don't worry, I'll be back at about midnight. We know you'll still be awake then." So they left the same night. Around 9:30 at night, she was eating a hot bowl of spaghetti when a radio announcement came on. It said, "Convicted serial killer on the loose, having escaped from prison that same day." It said that he had been convicted for 50 deaths. She simply she sighed and went to the phone, calling her parents, saying, "Mom, there's a killer out loose. He might be in the area. I need you to come home, quick." She said, and the parents simply replied, "Don't worry, we heard the news report too. We'll be home in about 1 hour. Go upstairs and lock your door." She went upstairs and locked the door, and the dog came in too, after he had scratched at the door. She locked the door and she felt safe, knowing that her parents would be home soon. Eventually, she got tired and decided to get some sleep. She'd wake up when her parents got home. Because she knew that the killer would be nearby, she told her dog, who slept right beside her, "If there is somebody in the house, lick once for yes. If there's nobody in the house, lick 2 for no." Soon later that, she went to sleep. About an hour later, she thought she heard something, and she bent down to her dog, who was under the bed, saying, "Lick once for yes, 2 for no." She got 2 licks. She turned over and went back to sleep. About an hour later, it was almost midnight. Her parents would surely be home, but they weren't yet. She heard another noise, this time coming from the 2nd floor. She leaned over to her dog, more scared, and said, "Lick once for yes and 2 for no." She got 2 licks. She ran over and went back to sleep. By the time she woke up the next morning, her parents still weren't home, so she decided that she would go downstairs and wait for them. But by the time she got out into the bedroom hallway, she smelled something. She went, and it was coming from the bathroom. She went into the bathroom, walking slowly, and she couldn't believe what she saw. Her dog, stabbed, and sitting in the tub, decaying. And on the bathroom mirror, in the dog's blood, it said, "Humans can lick too."
Hello and welcome to this special edition of HCTV's Halloween special. I'm Jack Norcross along with Mark Seaman, who just did that very interesting story for us. And as you can see, we're all wearing costumes today, so you can enjoy seeing different costumes, seeing who you know, who you don't know. Emily Yen will be joining us a little bit later on, but we're going to start today with talking a little bit about Halloween safety and what to be aware of. So the first thing that we have is making jack-o'-lanterns. It's a great, fun thing to do with the children. But Mark, what should we be concerned of here?
Well, we know that little kids can't be trusted around sharp objects, so it's best not to let the kids do the carving, but to let them do something funner and let more safety, such as drawing the design on the pumpkin, or carving the seeds out.
Right. So getting the seeds out, and make sure we have an adult supervisor or an older child or teen cutting these different parts out, let them draw and let them do the designs, as we can see here.
Yeah.
Let them scoop it out or whatnot, but let the older adult or teen do the cutting. So another important portion that we have here is the costumes. Now, I want to make sure you guys can read it. Our spider webs may be a little bit overdone, but we like them just the way they are.
Spiders went crazy today.
Yeah, no kidding. Make sure that your kids can see out of their costumes. That's very important because you don't want some blind kid on the street. Not good, because then we don't want them to fall into the road or trip or fall. And make sure you just keep a good eye on your children. You want to also be aware of items hanging off of the costumes. I know Casey today, she's wearing a long cape, and as you'll see later, and Allie stepped on it, and she was held back like a horse. But be careful, or if your child is wearing dark colors. If I was in the road, hopefully a car would see me, but otherwise, like Mark, they might run you over, Mark. But let's hope that's not
Someone
the case.
almost did run me over one year.
Oh, that's not good. Mark, what's another good thing to keep concerned here? We see, look, that girl kind of looks like me, don't you think? The little kind of pumpkin girl.
Yeah, kinda.
Okay.
Her pumpkin is a little more meanie looking, and yours is very happy.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. Well, anyway, so that's very important. Make sure your costumes are set. Now, another portion that we have here is the candy. Everyone
the best part.
loves the candy. Now, make sure that you check the candy to make sure it is okay for your child to eat. Make sure that they don't have any allergies. Peanuts is a big one.
Yeah.
Keep off the Reese's peanut butter cups and Snickers or whatnot, and make sure it is sealed completely shut. And don't give your child any fruit. I know, children, you're getting excited, but no fruit, because those are open and exposed. And why is that a big hazard, Mark?
Well, because there have been a lot of things, such as, like, you don't know what a person may have. Like, they may have a cold, they may have some allergy,
right?
They might spread.
This is, speaking of scary story. One year, my mom, she was out and about, and in her town, it was a year where it was big of people inserting blades into the fruit. So they were warned not to have any fruit. So I think no one went trick-or-treating that year because they were all concerned. But
and I think another reason not to give kids fruit is probably because they won't eat it.
Because
if they have a bag full of candy, they're probably not going to go straight for the fruit.
That's right. And that is all very important safety tips on Halloween. And Mark, thank you so much. And we'll be right back after this short promotion.
Hey guys, it's your boy Napoleon here with the history of Halloween. So yeah, it's pretty freaking sweet, just like pretty much every holiday. Except for all you bodaggets who didn't know, it's actually called All Hallows Eve. Gosh. So yeah, a lot of people think the very first inklings or something of Halloween originated in Africa, where all these decrepit people just like danced and stuff and gave each other fruit. But then people think that like it got moved over to England and stuff, so that like then they got it. So it was called All Saints Day, and it was basically a day where like all the friggin' sweet ghosts would just go around practicing all their ninja skills all over the countryside. They'd get free candy. It's pretty friggin' sweet. So yeah, that kind of fused with Beggar's Night, which came on November 2nd. And All Hallows Eve, Hallows means saint, so if you think about it, you pretty much know that Hallows Eve means Saint's Eve, so it comes the day before. And I know that that's October 31st. So yeah, It spread to Ireland in the 1900s, and as we know, Ireland's pretty friggin' sweet. I know, it's all decrepit with like St. Patrick's stuff, but it got better when like Halloween came to it. So it came over to America because, you know, we Americans really like pretty much taking everything we can get if it means free food. I know I like free food, especially tots. So yeah, many witches and wizards really come out on that night, show themselves, and basically just give candy out to the little kids in their awesome costumes. I remember this one year I came out in a ninja costume, used my secret ninja moves on the government. It's pretty friggin' sweet. So yeah, I guess that's all. We pretty much got it from Ireland, Ireland got it from England, England got it from Africa. It's pretty much the way of life. So yeah, I'm gonna elaborate it on over to the pumpkin carvers. So yeah, idiots.
Okay, so we're gonna be carving some pumpkins today.
Yeah, we're gonna do a bunch of different methods of carving.
Yeah.
Yeah, so why don't we all go and tell everyone what we're doing?
Okay, so I'm gonna do the classic pumpkin. I'm just gonna kind of hold it up here. I'm gonna do the little triangle eyes and it's very classic. It's just a classic pumpkin, really.
Jacqueline.
Yes, that. What are you guys doing?
I'm either gonna yellow swag it or I'm just gonna use one of the stencils.
I'm gonna do the stencil that came with the Spider-Man kit. You can see that. It's gonna be very detailed. I think I'm gonna tape it to the pumpkin.
I kind of want to change my mind. That's actually really cool. Not that one.
Are we all gonna do Spider-Man?
I don't know.
Why not? It's Spider-Man,
okay.
right?
I need to get tape then.
What do you want to do? Which one?
What are my options? Okay, it's just not really
There was a
nice.
Frozen kit too, but I
There
went with the
was.
Spider-Man
I
one.
don't blame you. No, that looks kind of like a tick. I'll do. Ooh, okay, I know what I'm gonna do. I'll do this one.
Okay.
I think I can do that. That's simple enough. So just kidding, I changed my mind.
Oh, I'm
No.
sorry. I already
Well, Allie
messed
just
up
ripped
this.
my stencil, but that's okay. All right, so I'll do this one.
Here you go.
Thank you. It's okay.
Um,
I'll be able to freelance it. I
Yeah,
guess.
do you,
I don't know what I want.
how do you,
I think I'm
how
gonna
do
do
you
this
do
one.
jack-o'-lantern?
Oh, I kind of want to get like my Osiris-y and have like the tongue sticking out. Oh, just be a sassy jack-o'-lantern. Like,
Okay.
I think I'm gonna do that.
Alright,
So
that's how
gonna be
I
winking
think I
at
have
you.
some heavy-duty duct tape somewhere. There we go. Because I don't think your Scotch tape is going to be
I don't know.
sufficient.
So yeah.
I'm gonna have a little, no, it's okay.
And when I was 12,
This is my
I
first
have
time
4
carving
years
my own.
experience.
Wow.
I'm
My
a
dad-
bachelor.
See, like my dad is really into this stuff, and I'm really not. I kind of just. Here, I'll see if the regular can work. Like I like doing it, but like you know, my dad like gets the pumpkins, and he's like, okay, time to
You
do
know what I
this."
just thought about?
What?
We should have taken the guts off before we taped it.
Oh,
Oh yeah, we have to do
We
that.
have to do
Okay,
that
so note to our viewers:
We'll-
always
we'll
cut the
just-
top off first.
And take out the guts.
Right.
Okay,
Here you go.
I don't trust myself with this big
Okay.
knife. I'm gonna use this
I'm
one.
just gonna go ham.
Go ham. Go ham.
This is so you can put your candle in it.
Right.
Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, guys, we have to gut these.
Yeah,
Why were
that's
we
why I got the
acting like-
spoons.
Okay.
Yeah, I just was like, I'm so excited, I'm gonna put the
I'm just
stencil
gonna start
on.
carving it.
Well, I already drew my design on, so.
Oh, this is not sufficient. You're in fact, you were not prepared.
I don't know. Have you ever seen the videos where it's like, this is what this Starbucks drink means, like about your personality?
Oh. Oh yeah, you know what? Yeah.
And they're always like, yeah, Frappuccino and syrupy drinks means that you're between the ages of like 8 and 15.
No, it doesn't. I'm 17 and I drink that stuff.
I do too, but I usually never
And
drink coffee.
it doesn't seem like coffee to me, you know, it seems like a smoothie.
Right.
It's like a milkshake.
Yeah, exactly.
It's delicious.
Yeah, not a smoothie. Smoothies are healthy.
And it's fruit.
Milkshakes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, it's close. Okay, I'm almost there.
What was I gonna say? Oh, I'm gonna go to Fright Night. That's what I'm excited
That's
for.
cool. I'm going to Paxton Manor after this.
What's that?
That's like the haunted house in Leesburg.
Oh, Leesburg.
Oh, okay.
It's really scary.
Yeah, I've never done like last year was the first year that I did anything like Fright Night. Like that was my first time going ever. I really liked it.
I'm having so much
Struggling.
trouble.
This knife is like sharper. If you want to use that. Oh, I got it.
Yeah.
Then you like cut off the bottom part.
I didn't even do a circle. I did like a weird square thing.
It's cool. I didn't do very circular. It's like
Woo! Look at that.
I remember when I was like,
Little.
well, the first time I was carving my own pumpkin. After I cut this part out, I was like, oh, there's a lot of seeds right here, so I kept cutting around here. So then you couldn't put the lid.
I do that.
And my mom was like, what happened, Allie? And I was like, oh, I just kept cutting.
Wow. Yeah, I think I did that exact thing.
This is
And
my
then
first
now,
year
like-
cutting it myself.
Haley's
I'm like,
knives.
I was scared of knives, so I'm like, I don't want to miss out on Halloween spirit of jack-o'-lanterns.
Yeah, the first time I had to gut a pumpkin, I cried. It was like, I thought it was so gross. My dad was like, stick your hand in there.
And now it's like fun.
It's so fun.
Yeah, it's very interesting. Like it's kind of creepy at first, but I have to remind myself it's a fruit. And you can
It's not
just,
like an animal, you
Yeah.
know, you're not really
go inside an
butchering.
animal. Yeah.
Yeah, butchering, I don't know. People say that it's like an empowering job.
Well, because you're killing, well, it's already dead,
Well-
but you're killing it more, technically.
I don't know. I feel like female butchers are cool though.
Yeah. They go against gender rules. Like.
Yeah, that's any job like that I think is
Oh,
cool.
yeah, sorry.
Oh, I think I made a pumpkin in my hair.
Well, then stop touching my
It's getting in my face.
You can wash your hands and pull your hair back. It's like that's not my jam.
Pumpkins are so weird. Like if you think about it.
Wait, is this a fruit or a vegetable?
I always
Pumpkins are fruits.
I just wonder
They're really
how
weird. I'm like
they
thinking
make some of the pumpkin food because you see all the seeds and you're like, how do you make this like hard part?
I need to like something
Do
delicious.
people do that?
I don't know.
No, I think you just use the inside.
You
like
use
this
the
part.
gut part?
Yeah.
Then that's not a lot. You need a lot of pumpkins
do.
to make some stuff.
Yeah, you don't use the outside.
Oh man.
Like when you make pumpkin pie, you mash up the insides and like you kind of make it like a consistent like.
I feel like you would need either a really big pumpkin or a lot of pumpkins then.
Yeah, I've been dying to like try and make something with pumpkins, but like I don't know what to like. I know you have to use that part, but I don't know what you do with it. I guess I could look up a recipe though. But.
You can learn how to make anything. Yeah.
Wow.
That's not too bad.
Okay.
I'm proud of
so
myself.
Let's go over what we made. So, Allie.
You can tell that it's Spider-Man, guys.
Show the camera.
The spider turned out really well, actually. I know you said that wasn't going to, but it did.
I'm proud.
Yeah.
Here we go.
I made Miley pumpkin stars, and she has butt. It's a little pretty. Look like Miley.
I made Jackie Lantern, and I got really frustrated with the back, so there's a big gaping hole there. But you do what you gotta do.
Not frustrated.
I got frustrated, guys, but I also, I did a close up on it. So,
Yeah, halfway through, you just punched.
I just punched it. But so if you guys ever mess up your pumpkins and you want an idea for how you can fix it, it's not too late. Just flip it over.
And have guts coming out the back. This is my
Twerk like
Spider-Man.
Miley.
If you look at it, that's like his head, that's his chest, there's his abs like right at the bottom, and then the web is around him. Hopefully it will look better when it's dark and there's a light in there.
Yeah.
So Miley, she has her tongue and stuff, and she's winking at you, so she's like, and I drew butt cheeks. I drew butt cheeks on the back. So she got that booty dough.
Okay, we're done. Have a great Halloween, be
And
safe,
fall season.
and don't cut off your fingers.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, parent supervision.
All right, hello and welcome back. And we are here. I'm alongside Mark Seaman again, and we are up here with cooking up a dish with our very own Mark Seaman. So, Mark, thank you so much.
Nice
Now,
to
Mark,
be
we
here
have
again.
some Halloween treats that we're going to be making today. Let's start off with these spiders first. They're very cool. I don't know if we can get a close-up on one of our cameras here, but they're very cool. They're made up of this in the center. What do we have in the center here? Let's leave it
Oopsies,
still.
I left the eye
because
out.
You just pulled out an eye.
Okay.
Let's keep it in the center here. We're looking at right now, I don't know if we can get it, where I think we're working on it, but we're looking at right here. This is actually, the donut part is actually a brown donut. And what are these stick things, Mark?
They're pretzels.
Pretzels, that's how you pronounce it, pretzels. And what are the eyes made out of?
They're made out of white chocolate chips.
Right, okay, and what's on the eyes exactly?
Chocolate syrup or frosting.
Frosting. Icing, same thing. Okay, sounds good. All right, so we're going to teach you how to make both of these, and the second thing we'll make, we're going to show you a little bit later, but let's start making some of these. So
All right.
first up we have, so we take the donut, right? That's the
Okay.
first thing we do, correct?
Yes, we take this.
Okay.
And along the side of it, we.
All right, tell us what the device you're making, because it's pretty simple.
It's a fork.
Okay, it's a fork, but...
You've never seen a fork?
No, I've seen a fork, but it's just, let me show you, everyone. The fork is actually, it's just, we ripped off the kind of edges there, so it's just very easy, cheap thing to make. So keep poking away.
Okay. If you have a metal fork, you can't break it off. So
Okay.
there, use a plastic one. All right, so along the side, you poke 3 holes each. We all know that spiders have 4, but because of spacing, we can only do 3. So, I can't do it. All right, so we've made the 3 holes. I don't know if you can see here, but I think and then second, we try and put the legs in. All right, good so far.
Just kidding. I was just wanted to do a spider gesture. Okay, so you're putting in the legs right now. These are the
Yes.
pretzel legs, and we took a regular sized pretzel here. What we did was just kind of broke it off into pieces. So we kind of broke this piece off, kind of made that a leg, broke this piece off, made this piece a leg, as you can see here. So we're just kind of breaking up regular pretzels, as you see, and we're just sticking them in. So you stick in 3 and 3, correct? So
Yes.
this is what we have so far.
All right, so we have the legs, and we're pretty much almost done with it.
Okay.
Now, the important thing is the eyes.
Yes, the spider needs to see.
Yes. He has like 8 eyes, but we can only do 2. All right. So,
What spider has 8 eyes?
Or not not 8 eyes, but like 4 eyes or something. I'm not a spider expert. Don't judge me. All right.
All right, well, fair
so
enough.
we poke 2 more holes in the front, and then we have the eyes.
And you stick it in the chocolate chip. Oh God, pointy side first, correct?
Yes.
So you can You kind of puncture it in a little bit better.
Yes.
All right, so now how do you get the eyes done?
All right, and what you need to get the pupils done, it's very simple. It's black icing. You can get it at Giant, and you can get all these materials at Giant.
But like the tubular kind of like Neosporin, but for icing.
You probably don't want to put that over a cut. All right, so, oh, he has a,
Those are nice eyes, Mark.
looks like his is melting.
Okay.
Okay, so we have a complete spider. He looks kind of friendly.
He looks friendly. All right, that's good. You don't want an evil spider.
Yeah.
All right, good. So
Oh, no.
Oh, it just fell, Mark.
Okay. Well, that's what happens when I give him one long leg and 3 small legs.
All right, so make sure you give your spider even legs.
Yeah.
Which is our thing. So that's nice. Look at, so ours looks, pretty good as the example. So
Okay,
nice,
he lost
easy.
an eye, but he's still a good guy.
Okay, lost an eye, but he's still a good guy. Thanks, Mark. All right, let's move over to our second meal.
Okay.
All right, so what do we have for our second meal?
Okay, second of all, we have this, it's a pretty easy thing to make. It's called dirt, and here's the final product that I'm going
Ooh.
to try and make it look like.
Okay.
And the ingredients you can get at any store, and we hear laughing in the audience. But you can, okay. So you can get all these materials, and they're pretty easy to make. It takes only 5 minutes, and I'm going to show you. All right. First of all, we have a cup right here. Now,
Ooh, scary cup.
is looking into your soul. So first of all, you want to take a couple spoonfuls of this, and then you put it in gently, and then you get a cup of pudding, or a bucket of pudding. Now, sorry I forgot to mention this earlier, but this dirt is not real dirt. It's crushed Oreo cookie that all you need to do is get a couple of cookies. Take out the white cream part, which I know everybody does.
No,
and
you
then
don't, Mark. The cream part is actually in there. Cook.
Is it, Jack? All I see is brown.
It
but anyway.
is. Yes, I'm getting told that it is, Mark. You don't know ahead.
So you just crush it up with a spoon or a knife or something pretty simple you can find around the house. You can even crush it with your bare hands, but that's going to make a mess. All right, and then you take this tube of, what's funny?
Who crushes it with a hand? All right, just the pudding
Have you
in.
met my brother? All right. Now, you take this bucket of chocolate pudding, and then you put a couple of spoonfuls in. I need to kneel up.
Kneel up? I don't think that's a thing. You sit down on your knees. You know that, right? You don't kneel up.
Okay.
Okay.
Make my, whatever. All right, and then you're...
All right, so let me just show what it looks
All
like
right.
right now. Here's what it looks like right now. Mmm. Yum. Anyway,
Love
it
your
looks really
enthusiasm.
great. Looks good so far, but we're going to make it better. Right?
Okay, yeah. And after you've put in about 2 or 3 spoonfuls of chocolate pudding in the cup, you want to add another layer of dirt, which will only consist of...
These are Oreo cookies, once again, for those of you who are just joining us.
You may or may not want to put the cream part in. That's your opinion. So you put a couple more in, and then you add about 1 or 2 more spoonfuls of, that's a big spoonful, of chocolate pudding, as seen here. And then you're done with the pudding, so you might want to set that aside. And then you add even more crushed Oreo cookie.
Need a lot of Oreos and pudding for this one.
All right, and then once you've evened it out, you've created a nice layer of dirt.
Mark, you're not even in the camera shot.
Oh wait, where are? Okay,
Right there.
Here.
Yes, good.
All right,
Yummy.
You've created your dirt, and if you want to add a nice graveyard theme, you stick there, and
Okay, good. And
all
then
right,
what do we?
And then finally, you want to put a couple of worms in to make it even more yummy.
Mmm. Oh, okay.
See, we have negative reaction from our audience.
All right. Well, okay. So, but
right.
it's yummy, right?
Yes, it's very delicious. You want some?
Yeah.
Eat it. We have an offer to eat it.
Yummy. Well, Mark, thank you so much. This exotic 2 types of food we have here. Never think I'll be making this again, but thank you so much, Mark, because it was easy and really peasy. So if you want to make this, go ahead. You can watch our video once again on YouTube, so you can get the steps all over again. Very easy and simple. I think the gummy worms are pretty good.
Yeah, well, I got the sour one. You got the non-sour
Okay, good.
one.
Okay, well, while you're recovering from the sourness, let's head over to Paxton Manor, which Elise and Allie recently went to. So let's go ahead and check that.
So, what's your guys' names, first of all?
Okay. I'm Sarah Gressens. I'm Sarah Gressens.
And I'm Ever Goddard.
So, you guys are volunteering here. How's that experience?
Well, it's a lot of fun. It takes a lot of work and dedication, but it's definitely worth it in the end, seeing all the scares and just making people laugh. And
It looks like it's a really long process just with the makeup that's going on around us. How long does it take you guys to get ready?
well, there are different steps to the makeup process. Putting the actual latex on doesn't take that long, but drying normally takes like 10 to 20 minutes. And then the whole getting all of the details, that takes like another 10 to 15 minutes, I would think. So somewhere around like 30 to 45 minutes, the whole makeup.
All right, and I'm here with Katie, and she's a volunteer at the Paxton Manor for the Halloween Festival. So how long have you been volunteering here?
This will be my second year.
Okay, and do you like doing it? I mean, what attracts you to the job?
Yes, I do like doing it. I liked it so much last year that I came back and did it again this year.
And do you have a specific part you play when you're doing it?
Yes, I do. This will be my third week doing the lower grab drop box in the bedroom. I've gotten so many scares. I've made grown men fall on their feet and fall on the floor.
Do you ever get scared yourself doing it?
There are sometimes, last year it was my first year, so I did get scared a lot because I wasn't, used to everything. But this year, not so much.
Okay, thanks for talking to us.
So, hi, I'm here with Holly, and, okay, she's moving the camera. Okay. I'm here with Holly. Now, what are you exactly putting on her face right now?
I'm putting latex around her eyes, and then I'm putting a layer of tissue paper over her eyes. So that way, when I spray paint it black and then rip it, it will look like she has no eyes in dim lighting.
So, did you get training here for makeup or no?
Not really. Like, a couple years ago, my friends taught me some stuff, and I was just watching what they were doing. I'm pretty artistic, so it was easy to pick up for me. And yeah, a lot of it I practiced on my own.
Have you volunteered years prior to this year?
Yes, this is my third year working here. This is my second year as a makeup artist.
Well, thank you so much for letting me talk to you. It looks like it's going great. I can't wait to see what it looks like.
Okay, so why do you like volunteering here?
Well, I like volunteering because it's for a good cause. All the money goes to the school here for the kids that for the kids. Plus, it's fun to scare people, and I like doing it. It's something fun other than sitting at home doing nothing.
So for a volunteer, is this kind of like an acting experience or just like something fun to do?
Just something fun to do. That's it.
And the people who do makeup here, what are their experience in makeup generally? Like, how did they learn to do this, would you say?
Just over time, I say. They're very good at it. I have to say, my makeup's amazing.
How many years have you been doing this?
This is my second year.
And have a lot of people that volunteered last year returned this year as well?
Yeah, half of them, maybe more than them.
Okay, well, thanks.
You're welcome.
Are you an actor?
Yeah, I'm an actor here. This is my first year, kind of newbie at it. I did acting in like high school and stuff, and this is like a whole different experience. It's crazy. It's like, yeah.
So how is the training?
The training, it's definitely like, it's very like instinctual, I guess you could say. It's like very just like throw you in and see what you do. Like we had, there was like 3 dates over the like the beginning of the school year, like right before the haunt opened, and you had to come to one of those 3 days. It's called Ghoul School. It was about 3 hours. Basically, you went through the house, and like there were like 3 or 4 different places where you were like just thrown in and acted, like you were explained the situation and you acted, and it was very like see what you did and like how you like developed the character in the short time you had.
So since it's your first time volunteering here, have you gotten scared even being inside of the house?
Well, over the summer, I can't deny that this place creeps me the heck out. Like, literally, like, just walking in the door is just, like, chills. But I was lucky enough to help over the summer build it. So over the summer, like, the first day in the house, I literally would not let anybody go away from me, like, literally more than 2 feet, because, like, every time, like, I'd have to walk through the house, someone would try to scare me, and I would just be like, nope, not dealing with this today. But yeah, it's very scary if you, like, yeah. Yeah, pretty much. It's, yeah. Sorry.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome. I'm sorry.
Wait, hold on. I gotta get myself dressed here.
Yeah. I don't know. It looks a little more like disheveled with like one thing.
I'm too made up.
Okay, so what character are you playing?
I'm Dr. Stitch.
Yeah, and what's the story with that?
Dr. Stitch is a family doctor, and he stitches his family up, his kin up, with his body parts from any animal or person he can find. So I hunt for people, look them, take the body parts, put them on my kin down there. That's what I'm looking for. Now this fine nose, you see?
Yeah.
Mine got off in an accident, you see. So I found me a pig. Works just fine. You know,
really
pigs are just
resourceful.
like humans. Yeah, they just stitch it right on there, no problem.
How many years have you been volunteering here?
I've been doing this is my first year. Me and my daughter.
Really? That's nice. And do you like it?
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Is it something you'll do next year?
Oh, absolutely. My daughter is originally wanted to do it. She's Halloween is her favorite holiday,
Yeah.
even over Christmas. And so she dragged me in because she's only 13. She needs me with her. Next year she can go on her own. And so I started doing it, but I love it so much I'm going to keep doing it. It's great fun seeing people run from you.
Well, it's really nice talking to you.
Good talking to you too.
So we're here at the beautiful Paxton Manor during the season of Shocktober, and we're sitting here with Rachel. She's the communications coordinator. Yes. Right. So can you tell us a little bit about the Scare Because We Care cause?
Yeah, sure. So we are on Paxton campus, which houses our Paxton Manor for Shocktober. This is a 17-acre campus that is devoted to people with disabilities and their families. So we provide direct services and supports for children and adults with disabilities on the campus. We have a school for kids with autism from age 5 to 22. We have a preschool for kids with and without disabilities. We call it an inclusive preschool for kids from 2 to 5 or 6. And we have an advocacy center for to provide direct services and supports, whether that be legal advice and advocacy or recreational activities like adaptive yoga or adult dances for people with disabilities. We've got a lot going on here.
So the events that you hold tonight and like the rest of the October, the haunted house, that all goes to helping the charity?
Yeah, we have, this is our biggest fundraiser for the campus, and it brings a lot of our community members who have no idea that what we do for our day jobs, and that's a pretty amazing thing. So we're happy that you guys are here to help us raise awareness. We're the Arc of Loudon at the Paxton campus. And yeah, we're happy to scare you for a cause. We scare because we care, so.
Yeah, so do you have any tips for people who want to come to the haunted house but don't know what to expect?
Well, there is always, if you're too scared or you think you're going to be too scared, we have what we call a no scare ring, and that's a blinking ring that tells our actors or our ghouls in the house to not scare you particularly. So they'll scare the rest of the group, but they won't pick on you too much. So if you think you're going to be really scared, then that's a thing to look into. But just have a good time. These people are just like us. They're just scaring for a good cause, and they hope to get you to scream, but we hope those screams are screams to relieve some stress from your life.
And how many years has this been going on?
This is our 5th year.
The 5th year, wow. And I heard the other night you had 1,000 people.
Last night we had 1,000 people.
So it's really successful too.
Yes, I think so. This is a big year for us, so yeah.
That's exciting.
It is really exciting. We're hoping to get 10,000 people, so Hey, tell your friends, tell your family, come out from Herndon, and we're happy to have anyone come out to scare them.
Definitely. Okay, thanks for talking to us.
Thank you.
Okay.
I didn't get that bad.
All right, and welcome back. I'm Emily Ann. Anyway, Allie, so tell me, what is this? What are you?
Well, I'm a unicorn lumberjack. I would put the mask on, but like with mics and stuff, I feel like the sound would be weird. And I know you guys love hearing my beautiful, delightful talking voice.
Not gonna lie,
But
your unicorn head thing, it freaked me out earlier today.
Yeah, I'm a unicorn lumberjack, guys, 'cause why be one thing when you can be two things?
You know, I see that a lot every year, like a hybrid of two different costumes.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm Belle from
Yeah.
Beauty and the Beast. I've been getting mixed up as a lot of other things, but you know what?
She reads, guys.
Yeah, I got a book. That was a nice segment that you had with Elise Lesage. So tell me a little bit more about Paxton Manor.
Yeah, they've been going for about 5 years. I think that it's cool that they are a charitable, like, foundation, basically. But they're also scaring people. Like, there you see us going into the house.
Where is it located?
It is located in Leesburg, and the exact address is, it is at, sorry guys. Anyways, yeah, it's in Leesburg. And yeah.
Continue.
And they have 2 different basically haunted houses. You see us going into the main house right here. And then they also have a basement called the Well of Souls, because there's like a well in the basement. It was really cool. And yeah, you can see people are leaving, screaming and stuff. There's us getting out of the basement.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I was stunned.
What's the plot? You know, this haunted house is a little bit different from other haunted houses, I think. It has like a storyline to it.
Yes,
almost?
it's about the Carver family, which is actually a play on words and almost a pun.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, one of the family members, he takes animal parts and sews them together with human parts and tries and fix people. Like, you saw him, he was a dude with like the pig nose with the makeup on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's interesting. And then the rest of the family is sort of crazy.
Yeah,
like
so
you saw.
throughout the haunted house, are you being chased? Like, what's the whole experience like?
It's really, I feel like the name really sums it up. It's called Shocktober for a reason. It's less of like fear, except for the chainsaw thing gets to me, but it's a lot of people, you know, just scaring you, and there's crazy cool effects. I would encourage anyone to go, and you basically pay $30, and you, with that $30, you get the 2 main houses. There's this thing that Elise wrote in, which I think we have video of. It's like a coffin ride. It's called like Last Stop or something like that.
So this ride comes with the $30 package?
Yeah, and then there's also like this trippy thing. I can't remember what it's called, and I had it in my brain. That's totally worth it. I wish I could remember. It's called the Vortex. I got it, the Vortex.
Oh yeah,
it's
I think
really
I know what you're talking
cool.
about. Yeah.
It is so cool. And yeah.
So,
Sorry, guys.
I've heard of lots of other haunted houses in this area. There's the one at Cox Farms, I believe. There's the very popular Fright Night over at PVI School. I believe they host a haunted house that's very popular, and that itself even costs $30. So that whole package that you were telling me about, the entire thing is all $30. That seems like a pretty good
And it
price.
all goes to help children, which I think's great. So overall, like, I haven't been to Fright Night, but I've been to Cox Farm. I think that this is, like, a lot scarier than Cox Farm. They say, like, it's not recommended for children under the age of 13, which I could see. I mean, when I went the first time, I went with 13-year-olds. I think one of them was fine, the other one wasn't, so use your own judgment.
So yeah, just as a precaution, if you're not into the haunted house thing, don't go.
Yeah,
basically.
and Miss Rose just said wear Depends, because you may wet your pants. She didn't go in, though, just so you know, she didn't go in, but people who worked there did say that some people have wet their pants. Also, they have this thing, I don't know if it was talked about inside the video, but where you can buy these little, like, eyeball rings so they know to go easier on you when you're inside the house. Also, if you do get too scared, you can opt out, but there is no refunds, which is also good because, like I said, it's for charity. All the proceeds go to helping children, and it's all volunteer.
You know, I think that's, I mean, I'm not really usually into haunted houses, but I mean, I don't know, just the idea of it and thinking about it and watching the footage that you guys got and all the effort that goes into it, I mean, I'm kind of tempted to even go. But
you still can.
Is there like a deadline? When does this end?
I think like on the first week in November it is over. So
you can still go.
You
Halloween
can still
week.
go. I would totally encourage it. I think that it's a fun thing to do, and it's not like Fright Night either. Where I've never been to Fright Night, but I heard it involves a lot of running.
Yes.
This is less physically demanding.
Okay, anyway, Allie, thank you so much for this segment, and thank you to Elise Lesage. Next, we have a couple promos from HCTV.
Oh, hello. I didn't see you there. I'm just kidding. I see everything. On this show, we feature many different types of artists from the Northern Virginia area. Season 2, it's coming.
Hey guys, it's Mahar, and today I'm going to talk about costume ideas. So first we have like princess costumes. So if you have a daughter who likes Disney movies or princess, I know the recent one was like Frozen, so you could dress up as Elsa or Anna, I think. Oh, sorry. And yeah, next slide. If you have a son who likes superheroes or villains, you can dress them as their favorite superhero, like Spider-Man, or that's Robin, or like their favorite villain. Next slide. Can we go back? Okay. On the spookier side, if you're really into scary stuff, you could dress up as Scream. I know that's the most common one I see, and then you can dress up as a witch. I don't know her name, but green face. And yeah, but if you don't have a costume, you can always like put on like makeup and stuff, as you saw in the Paxton video and stuff. All right, so that was it, and now we're gonna go to Mridu and Laja with jack-o'-lanterns.
Thank you, Mahar. That was wonderful. Thank you for giving us the ideas.
So I'm Laja Preddy.
And I'm Ritu Preddy.
So we're here to talk about the history behind jack-o'-lanterns. So let's learn the history behind what it actually is and like how, like what other, you know, like the things they use to carve. Okay, so
first of all, this tradition, it came from Ireland. It was originated in Ireland and it was brought to America.
So this is the most interesting fact that I learned, is that jack-o'-lantern was not carved out pumpkin but a turnip. So, but the Irish immigrants found out that pumpkins are easier to carve out, so they just started using it. So this is very interesting, don't you think?
Yes, it must be really hard to carve out turnips.
Turnips,
because
right?
they're so small.
And they are really hard too. Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
So the story behind it is that Stingy Jack was like a miserable and a cruel man who played tricks on everyone, like his friends, family, and one time even the devil himself.
Doesn't this thing remind you of like in English class we learned about the trickster, being a trickster?
Coyote.
Coyote. Yeah, it reminds me of that.
Okay, so.
And then Jack tried the devil by telling it to climb an apple tree and put a cross in it. Unable to touch the cross, the devil was stuck in the tree.
So Jack actually blackmailed the devil by saying that when he dies, that the devil can't take his soul. So the devil had to agree because he had to get out of the tree. So then Jack took out the cross.
Oh. And then after Jack died, he went to the gates of heaven, and St. Peter said he was a mean and a cruel person, so he was not allowed to go through the heaven's door.
So Jack was lost, so he went to the gates of hell, and the devil kept his promise saying that he's not going to take the soul, and he didn't let him enter the doors of the hell.
Yeah, because he promised.
Yeah, it was he kept his promise. And so the devil gave him a flame of hell's fire to light his dark path.
Mm-hmm. Just like, I don't know, like a savior or like someone in your life you need to give light to the darkness. Anyway, so Jack always carried a turnip with him, so he placed ember in the turnip to light his way. So from that day, he lightened his way with jack-o'-lantern.
So that's why jack-o'-lantern is a symbol of Halloween, as Jack did to light his path, like walking in the lost path, like not hell or heaven, just in the middle, in the dark. So, yes.
All right, thank you so much, And we want to bring everyone out right now because we want to show everyone's costumes. Yes, Emily? And oh my goodness, it's very exciting. Excuse me. Pardon me. All right, Allie's got the full mask on. Now we have Miss Rose. You come, you're blocking the camera. You come on with Miss Rose's Halloween vest. Ooh, very fun. Oh,
we hope you enjoyed the Herndon Community Television Halloween edition.
Yes, that sounds very good. And we thank all of our crew and our team on air as well. And Mark, thank you so much for your cooking.
Wait,
and,
one more thing we forgot to mention was that...
we want you to tune into HCTV on Halloween for a full day of zombie movies and expect discussions on the undead. And coming up next on HCTV is Shocktober. So stay tuned for that. And thank you all for watching. We'll see you right back here in the next 2 weeks. Have a great night.